Hi everyone, this is the Focus Spender, and today I want to talk about how being on Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover kept me in a job that I hated. But first, if you're new to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe. My channel is all about getting out of debt, staying out of debt, increasing your net worth, and organizing your personal finances. So let's get started. I got rid of $65,000 worth of debt in 3 years, and I have to say that during that time, my life was very, very hectic. For at least 2 years when I was getting out of debt, I was in a job that I absolutely hated. I remember within the first 6 weeks of starting that job, it was about 5:30 or 6 o'clock in the morning, and I was about to head out for work, and I must have looked awful. My boyfriend was like, "Are you okay?" And my response was, I'm not okay. I hate this job. I just started crying. That's probably one of the only times I remember crying over work. But that morning, I just started bawling. I was like, I cannot do this. This schedule is crazy. I'm getting to work so early. I'm leaving work so late. I'm working on the weekends, and it's just so demanding. I'm just not prepared. I don't feel like I've been trained for this job, and I was just so overwhelmed. So one of the reasons why I stayed with the job was when I got the job, it was more money than I had ever been making before. And it wasn't even that much money, but for me being that age, I was like, oh my gosh, I've never made this amount of money before. I have to keep this job. And then on top of that, within 4 months, there was like a reorganization. My title changed, but my work didn't really change. But because of that title that I had, they gave me an additional increase. And so I really was making a lot more money than I had ever thought I was going to be making at that age. And I was like, if I leave this job, I'm not going to make this amount of money anywhere. I'm not. I'm coming from the nonprofit sector. No one is paying people with my experience this amount of money. And again, it was not that much money. But for me, it seemed like a lot. And because I was on this debt snowball with the Total Money Makeover, it was allowing me to make really large payments to my student loans. And I was like, if I quit this job, I'm not going to be able to make these student loan payments in the way that I really want to. And it's going to take me forever to get out of debt. And on top of that, all I kept thinking was if I have to go back to making my previous salary, I'm not even going to be able to pay. I'm barely going to be able to pay the minimum. That's all I'm going to be able to do is pay the minimum on my debt, because my student loans at the time, the bill was about $550 a month. Yes, $550 a month. And I just thought, I can't pay my loan, pay my rent, eat, have a life if I go back to making my previous salary. So I just kept sticking with that job. I was like, well, I guess I can't quit. And 2 years later, I was still in the job because I was still paying off the debt. And I just remember thinking on days that I wanted to just literally come to work, drop off my laptop and be like, forget it, I'm done. All I kept thinking was, the moment you get out of debt, you're gonna be able to quit this job. The second you get out of debt, you're going to be able to quit this job, because you're not gonna need to make the same salary. You can make, a lot less and live comfortably because you won't be in debt anymore. So when I became debt free in the April of that year, at first I was like, oh, I can go ahead and quit. But then, reality sets in, and I'm thinking, but wait, am I really going to go ahead and quit? What am I going to do for a living? You have to think about this. And also, besides getting out of debt, I needed to fund my emergency fund, because that was really important. There was no way I was going to quit my job and not have something to fall back on. So after I got out of debt, I had to fund my emergency fund to about, I think, $6,000 or $7,500. And so I took some months to do that. And then at that point, I was like, okay, I can quit my job. But luckily, I was able to find a new job through the power of networking. So I did not have to quit my job. I got a new job that actually paid me more, and I was fine. But if you're thinking about something that's going to motivate you to stay on your debt-free journey, think about something you hate doing. Think about your job. Let's say you don't like your job and you really want to quit. Knowing that if you quit after you're out of debt, you will be fine should be motivation to keep you going on your debt-free journey. I remember like when I was making those large payments to the student loan company, I thought, do I really need to double up on this payment this month? Can I pay a little bit less? And all I kept thinking was, the more money I pay down on this loan, the faster I'm going to get out of debt. The faster I get out of debt, the quicker I will be able to leave this horrendous place. Like, that was all the motivation I needed to keep paying off my loans really fast. So there you have it. That's how Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover kept me in a job that I hated. Luckily, I used it as motivation to get out of debt quicker. I hope this video was inspirational to you, even just a little bit. If you like it, please thumbs up and share. You can find me on my website at www.focusspender.com, where I have tons of budget tools for calculating your net worth, helping you manage your cash flow, creating a better and more optimal budget. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Focus Spender. Thanks. Bye-bye.